And ladies and gentlemen, we say to you good morning as we greet you live from Route 66 Stadium in downtown Joliet, Illinois. And after a day off on Sunday, we are back at it, continuing our coverage of the 2019 Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference Baseball Championship Tournament. And this morning we'll have the first of really what will be mostly elimination games the rest of the way, as this morning a losers bracket elimination game between the Robert Morris University Eagles and the Roosevelt Lakers. Hi again, everybody, and good morning. I'm Tom Westenfeld. Good to have you back with us. And again, able to get a day off on Sunday after a couple of marathon days on Friday and Saturday. 4 more games today, and then we will continue to whittle down the field. We have 4 games coming up today, and then coming up tomorrow, we'll have 2 games scheduled. Again, this is all contingent upon our being able to play the games due to cooperating weather, which may or may not be the case over the next 36 hours. But 4 games today, then 2 tomorrow, and 1, if necessary, on Wednesday. And the first matchup again today will be Roosevelt against Robert Morris University. Game 2 will feature St. Francis against Trinity Christian. That'll be at 1 p.m. And then the winners of the 2 games will meet today at 4, and then tonight at 7 o'clock, a winner's bracket game between St. Xavier and Olivet Nazarene to determine the winner's bracket entrant into the final round of this 2019 tournament. Roosevelt coming in after a wild 17-16 12-inning game on Saturday morning, eliminating St. Ambrose. That was the first elimination game of the tournament. Robert Morris coming in after losing Game 8 Saturday night. They were defeated 5-2 by the St. Xavier Cougars. Taking a look now at the batting orders, as it will be Robert Morris being the visiting team today. It'll be Adam Kinnair leading it off and in center field. Then Ricky Kemp, the shortstop, followed by Chris Broccolino, the second baseman. Tyler Succi is at first base, batting fourth. Then David Duggar, the left fielder, followed by Diego Rincon. David Duggar, the right fielder. Diego Rincon, the left fielder, batting sixth. Then it'll be in order Connor McClain, the DH, Jacob Spasaro at third base, and Jordan Fox, the catcher, batting ninth. Noah Mathias, the left-hander, on the mound for Roosevelt. Here's the first pitch of the ball game, and we are underway a little bit early at about 9:56 a.m. Central Daylight Savings Time, and the first pitch to Adam Kinnair is in there for a called strike. A very warm day here, as it was yesterday on the day off. There's a ball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Had sunny skies most of the morning, although cloud cover beginning to move in. 70 degrees here at game time. Here's the 1-1 to Kinnair. Squares to bunt, and he got a piece of it. So he's behind now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Noah Mathias, 2-1 on the year, a 4.42 ERA. 12 appearances, 8 starts. 55 innings pitched this season. 59 hits, 34 runs, 27 earned, 27 walks, 44 strikeouts. And opponents hitting .294 against him. The next pitch will miss outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Adam Kinnair. Kinnair, right-handed batter, out of the box, now back in. As we play on a not unpleasant Monday morning, although rain expected later on in the day. There's a ball low and inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kinnair. Kinnair, .331 on the year. 2 home runs and 26 runs batted in. Kinnair stands in. And here's the 3-2. Swing and a chopper to the left side. Gloved on 1 hop at third there by the third baseman, Grafin, for Roosevelt. Throw across the diamond in time for the out. 1 up and 1 down here in the Robert Morris first, and that'll bring up Ricky Kemp. Kemp at .377 on the year. 1 home run, 37 runs batted in. In the game against St. Xavier, Kemp went 0 for 3 on Saturday night. Here's the first pitch to him, and it'll be a strike called on the outside half of the plate. So Kemp behind now, no balls and 1 strike. Just underway, top of the first inning. 4 games coming up today. Here's the 0-1. That'll be high off the edge of the catcher's mid of catcher Joey Fox, and it goes to the backstop, but no harm done without anybody on base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Robert Morris coming in, hitting as a team .303 this season. Here's the next pitch, breaking ball. And then a miss outside, 2 balls and a strike. Kemp again to be followed by Chris Broccolino and then Tyler Succi. It's Grafin at third, Kozlak at short, Marrera at second, Lonato at first for Roosevelt defensively. Swinging a foul back into the screen. And outfield left to right, Taylor, Coleman, and Lentini for Roosevelt. Noah Mathias comes set and the pitch. Breaking ball high and tight. Then runs it to 3-2. Second straight batter that we've gone 3-2 on. Scoreboard right now appears to be not operational. So hopefully we'll be able to keep an accurate count of the count and other various statistics as here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three, and there are two down in the inning. So Mathias striking out Kemp, and that'll bring up Chris Broccolino. Mathias pitched in the marathon game on Saturday, went 4 2/3. 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. 1 walk, struck out 3 in Roosevelt's win. Here's Broccolino, who went 0 for 3 in the game on Saturday night against St. Xavier. First pitch to him is high and away, and it's 1-0 to Broccolino. Winner of this game will meet the winner of the 1 o'clock game between St. Francis and Trinity Christian. Here's the set and the pitch. And that'll be high and away to make it 2 balls and no strikes. Broccolino, right-handed hitter. Hitting .296 on the year with 4 home runs, 39 RBIs. Swinging a ball lifted in the air, right field, curling toward the line and back toward the fence. That'll be over the head of the right fielder, Lentini, for extra bases. Lentini up with it on the warning track. Great throw back in, but either way, Broccolino is in with a double. So a 2-out double here for Chris Broccolino. And now here's Tyler Succi. Succi went 1 for 4. He knocked in the only 2 runs of the game Saturday night against Robert Morris. Robert Morris, as we have a meeting at the mound here, or in front of the mound between Fox and Mathias. Robert Morris gave themselves a chance to defeat the number 1 seed on Saturday night, St. Xavier, the number 1 seed in the tournament. And they were undone by 1 inning. They were up 2-0, and they allowed 4 runs by St. Xavier in the top of the 6th inning, and they never were able to come back on a great, facing a great pitching performance from David Strom for St. X, who had a complete game victory. First pitch here, and it'll be over but a little bit low to Tyler Succi. 1 ball and no strikes. Succi, right-handed batter, comes in .350 on the year with 6 home runs, 32 RBIs. Swinging a bouncer, backing up on it there behind third, Grafin. Long throw across the diamond in time, and that'll end the inning. So the Eagles of Robert Morris get a 2-out double, but cannot bring Broccolino around. In the inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left on base after a half inning. It is Robert Morris nothing. Roosevelt coming to bat. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
the second baseman, Matt Marrera.
All right, here we go now to the bottom of the first inning. Matt Marrera will lead it off here for the Roosevelt Lakers. As Robert Morris getting a two-out double, not able to score in the top half of the first inning. And so now Matt Marrera stands in, and the first pitch is there for a called strike. No balls and one strike to Matt Marrera, leading it off the second baseman. Then it'll be Matt Kozlak, the shortstop, followed by Parker Coleman, the center fielder. One strike pitch, strike on the outside edge, and that makes it 0-2 to Matt Marrera. Zach Taylor, the left fielder, batting in the number 4 spot, followed by the DH Jordan Coakley. Leo Nonato, the first baseman, batting 6th. There's a ball outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jake Hutchinson, the catcher, batting in the number 7 spot. As there's a swing and a foul back. And the count goes to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. And then it'll be Joey Fox, the right fielder, and then Connor Grafen at third base. So a correction on the defensive lineup that I gave you in the top of the first inning. There's a foul back. Stays 1-2. So it appears as if it's Joey Fox in right. And Hutchinson behind the plate. As the next pitch, down and in. Gonna run it now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's what happens when you make your board out before the official lineup card is handed to you. Here's the set in the 2-2. A little bit of a jam shot, pop foul right side, lands near the on-deck circle, and it stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Marrera coming into the game, .318 on the year, no home runs, 11 RBIs. And the pitch. Again, it jammed him, and it's pop foul right side out of play. Marrera doing a good job keeping the at-bat alive here. As Brandon Hickey, the starting pitcher for Robert Morris University. Hickey this year 3-0 with a 3.46 ERA and 26 innings pitched. He's been going inside on Marrera. And he does again a little bit, and it's inside out, and again, little flare behind first base. Todd Succi backpedals and makes the catch. And there's the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 down. And now they'll bring up the shortstop, Matt Kozlak. Kozlak, the team's leading hitter at .394. 2 home runs, 22 runs batted in. We play in the bottom of the first inning, no score in our ball game. As Kozlak stands in. And the first pitch. And he hits it well into left center field. That'll fall in for a base hit. Adam Kinnair over to cut it off, the center fielder. And though a lot of room to roam out there, and that ball rolling all the way near the warning track, and that allows Kozlak to pull into second with a stand-up double. So a 1-out double here for the Roosevelt Lakers, and that'll bring up Parker Coleman, the center fielder.
The center fielder, Parker Coleman.
Parker Coleman. We'll be talking for a while about that game on Saturday between Roosevelt and St. Ambrose. Coleman went 5 for 7 with 4 RBIs and 4 runs scored in the win Saturday by Roosevelt. Coleman coming into the ball game at .351 on the year, 3 home runs, 43 RBIs. Here's the set now by Brandon Hickey. Left-hander deal, swinging a bouncer, and that is just beyond third, foul. No balls and a strike here to Parker Coleman. Coleman, right-handed batter, taking his time getting back into the box. And now ready to go. Where's number 00 for the Roosevelt Lakers? Here's the set and the pitch. Coleman takes a little bit low and away. Good block there behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Parker Coleman. Robert Morris had a chance to score in the top of the first inning, could not convert. Roosevelt trying to do the same here. Coleman, the senior, 5'11", 185 from Flossmoor, Illinois. Went to Homewood Flossmoor High School. Stands in with a 1 ball and 1 strike count as the scoreboard now up. Here's the set now. And the pitch. That'll be high and away. Runs it now to 2-1. 2-1 to Coleman. Hickey looks back at second. Now kicks and deals. That'll miss outside. Runs it to 3 balls and a strike. Cloud cover now beginning to move in, obscuring the sunshine. Taking a look at the old radar app here. Got some rain up to the north in the northern part of the area near the Illinois-Wisconsin border. Looks like not much around here yet as the 3-1 misses outside, ball 4. And so a one-out walk here to Coleman. Runners now at first and second for Roosevelt. And now here's Zach Taylor. Taylor, chance here to drive in a run. As he comes in at 304 on the year. 2 home runs, 33 runs batted in. First pitch from Brandon Hickey. And it'll miss up high, and it's 1-0. Hickey struggling with his location here early in the game. Taylor was 4 for 6 with 3 RBIs and a run scored on Saturday. And the pitch. That'll be high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Brandon Hickey not making things easy on himself here in this bottom of the first inning for Robert Morris. Hickey toes the left edge of the rubber. And the pitch. That's swung on and fouled to the right out of play. That makes it a 2 balls and 1 strike count to Taylor. Roosevelt had 53 total at-bats in the game on Saturday against St. Ambrose, as they won that game 17-16 with a 2-out comeback, 2-run comeback, and it was with 2 away in the bottom of the 12th inning. Breaking ball, a little bit low, 3-1 to Taylor. There were 42 hits in that ball game, and I believe 31 combined runners left on base. 3 balls and a strike, and that pitch in there, running it now to 3-2. Looked like Taylor had a thought that he might be able to get the call there. That didn't happen. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Zach Taylor. Runners at first and second, bottom of the first inning, no score here in our first elimination game of the day. Hickey looks at second, deals to the plate. Swinging a foul to the right side, out of play. Well, let's see here. The game between St. Xavier and Olivet Nazarene tonight will be the final game of the tournament that will not be an elimination game. It'll be the 7th non-elimination game of the tournament. Every game from here on out will have at least one team at risk for being knocked out. Kicking the pitch by Hickey, and it skips away. It was ball 4, recovered there behind the plate by Jordan Fox. Ball 4, and that loads the bases up. And Brandon Hickey in a world of hurt here early in the game, as he's issued 2 walks. He's allowed a double and issued 2 walks since he got Matt Marrera on a short pop-up behind the bag at first base to begin the ball game. Meeting in the mound now here, pitcher, coach, catcher, and infielders for Robert Morris. Robert Morris in their maroon tops, gray pants, white numerals. The maroon caps today with the Eagles head logo on the front and the gold bill. Roosevelt home jerseys today. White tops, white pants, green numerals, and piping. Wearing their white caps with the green bill and the Wave letter R logo on the front of the cap. Here's Jordan Coakley, 2 for 5 in Saturday night's game, and he knocked in a pair. Scored a pair as well. First pitch to him, breaking ball. A little bit ahead of that as he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Well, this being an elimination game, a lot of pressure when you have an early situation like this. A lot of pressure on the pitcher and the defense. Here's the 0-1. Strike called, and that'll run it down to no balls and 2 strikes to Coakley. He'll be followed by Leo Lonato and then Jake Hutchinson if we get that far. Bottom of the first inning, no score in the ball game. Now suddenly overcast skies here in Joliet, Illinois. Stretched by Hickey, the pitch. And he began to go around. Did Coakley tried to hold up, could not do it. He got fooled on the pitch, and that's a strikeout, and a big strikeout there by Brandon Hickey.
The first baseman, Leo Lonato.
So 2 away, and here's Leo Lonato, the first baseman. Lonato went 0 for 3. The only, I think, 0 for in the starting lineup Saturday night, although he did drive in 2, and he scored a run as well. First pitch here. Ahead of that one, swings and misses on a breaking ball, and it's 0-1 to Lonato. Jake Hutchinson, the catcher, awaits on deck. Here's the set and the pitch. Swing and a miss at a heater. And it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. And the delivery. High and away. That makes it 1-2. Brandon Hickey 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam here in the bottom of the first inning. Well, not right-handed batter awaits. Hickey comes set. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul right side, and Lonato able to stay alive at 1-2. That ball popping into the right side stands. No balls and 2 strikes. Check that 1 ball and 2 strikes. Widening out the radar, by the way. A little precipitation coming from the west. Looks like in this general direction. Right now it's at the Mississippi River as there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll end the inning. So Roosevelt threatens, but they do not score. As in the inning, no runs. On 1 hit, no errors. A pair of walks. And 3 left on base after 1 complete. No score in Joliet. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Leading off the top of the second for Robert Morris, the right fielder, David Duggar.
Back at Route 66 Stadium in Joliet, Illinois, we go to the top of the second inning. And David Duggar, the right fielder for Robert Morris, will start things off here for the Eagles. So both teams able to get runners in scoring position. Robert Morris with 1. And Roosevelt loading the bases in the bottom of the first inning is the first pitch on a fastball. Misses inside 1-0 to David Duggar. Roosevelt loading the bases in the bottom of the first inning, but neither team able to score. So a 0-0 game here as we go to the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch from Matthias, and that'll be missing inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. David Duggar on Saturday night went 1 for 4. Right-handed batter awaits, and he swings at a ball that dove down low and in the zone, and the count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Duggar, .335 on the year, 2 home runs and 20 runs batted in. And the pitch, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Duggar, Rincon, and McLean due up for Robert Morris University. This is as far as they got in the tournament last year. That was held at Hoffer Field in Elgin, Illinois on the Judson campus. There's a ball low and inside. 3-1 now to, 3-2 now to David Duggar. So we play here in the top of the second inning. No score in the game. Noah Mathias, the left-hander, toes the left edge of the rubber. Now comes to the plate. Swinging a one-hopper. Mathias backhands as he was kind of pushed back a little bit when he caught the ball, but he throws to first without a problem. 1 up and 1 down in the Robert Morris second inning. That will bring to the plate Diego Rincon. Rincon went 0 for 4 in the game on Saturday against St. Ambrose for Robert Morris. I should say against St. Xavier. As Rincon taking a practice swing now before he gets into the batter's box. Noah Mathias kicks and deals. First pitch misses inside. It's 1-0. Rincon for the season, hitting .264. Swings here, and a quick shot to third base, gloved by Grafin, throw to first, and there's the second out of the inning. 2 away for Connor McLean. McLean went 0 for 4 on Saturday. As we play here, top of the second inning, 2 out, nobody on base in a 0-0 game. First pitch of the at-bat, breaking ball. Strike on the inner half. Perfectly placed there by Mathias. And it's 0-1 to McLean. He comes in inning .265, a pair of home runs, 11 runs batted in. A swing and a miss on a great breaking ball from Mathias. And McLean now is in an 0-2 hole. Mathias working on a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the second. Here comes the 0-2. Well upstairs. And a little bit away as well. That makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. McLean, 6'1", 190, a senior from Tinley Park, Illinois, stands in. Now he'll back out of the batter's box. And here's the pitch. Low and inside. 2-2. Each of these teams coming into the game 1 victory and 1 defeat in the tournament. Breaking ball, and McLean able to get a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive. Looked like, judging by his swing, it wasn't exactly what he was expecting, but he didn't have a lot of power behind it, but he made the adjustment in mid-swing, it almost looked like, and he was able to keep the at-bat going. Here comes the 2-2 from Mathias to McLean. Fouled back. We'll try it again at 2-2. 1 o'clock game, St. Francis and Trinity Christian. Then a 4 o'clock game between the winners of this game and the next game. And then tonight, 7 o'clock, the winners bracket finale. There's a pitch that'll come in over but low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, I waited on the call on that. I thought there might be a delayed call, 3rd strike. It didn't happen. So a full count here to Connor McLean. And the pitch, swinging a line drive, and that'll be in there for a base hit. Wow, Taylor coming in. Let that ball drop in front of him. I think he had a good chance to catch that ball had he been coming in full bore.
The third baseman, Jacob Sposaro.
So there goes the 1-2-3 inning, and now here's Jacob Sposaro, the third baseman. Sposaro, his first start of the tournament. Sposaro, 206 on the year. 2 home runs and 17 runs batted in. 2 out runner at first. First pitch to Sposaro. And that'll be inside, 1-0. Sposaro, 5'10" senior from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Here's the 1-0 to him. And he rips it, but foul down the left field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jordan Fox, the catcher, next, then back to the top of the order. And Adam Kinnair here in the top half of inning number 2. Here's the set by Mathias and the pitch. Breaking ball. Topped and chopped to the left side of the infield. Charging at third base. Grafin on the infield grass. Throws to first. One hopping in. Good pick by Lonato at first to end the inning. Good defensive play there. And that closes out the frame. So in the inning, no runs for Robert Morris. On 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base after an inning and a half. No score between Roosevelt and Robert Morris. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the bottom of the second inning here at Route 66 Stadium in Joliet, Illinois.
Leading off the bottom of the second, the catcher, Jake Hutchinson.
And the catcher, Jake Hutchinson, will start it off for the Roosevelt University Lakers. This elimination game, Hutchinson holds the bat high, waggles it over his right shoulder, waves and misses at the first pitch. So he quickly is behind an 0-1. Hutchinson, Fox, and Grafin due up now for the Roosevelt Lakers here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back into the netting, and it goes. No balls and 2 strikes to Jake Hutchinson. Hutchinson did not play in the Saturday game. Comes in 303 on the year, a home run and 11 runs batted in. The 0-2 to him. And then a miss outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hutchinson this year, 23 hits and 76 trips to the plate, a .421 slugging percentage. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, hugging the ground. To Spasaro at third, up with it, throw to first, and that'll be 1 out in the inning. Mentioned during the call of the last play of the last half inning that Grafin, the third baseman for Roosevelt, on the infield grass. Again, that's kind of in quotes because this is an all-turf field painted to appear as if it's a conventional field. So that area around the plate, around the baselines, and around the bases that looks like dirt, it's not. Here's Joey Fox now, the right fielder. First pitch to him, and then he'll miss inside, and it's 1-0. Fox, 311 on the year. No home runs, 15 runs batted in. Bottom 2, no score in the game. Hickey, a stretch in the pitch. High fly ball. Right field, David Duggar moving in and about maybe 6 steps to his right. Two-handed catch, 2 down in the inning. 2 away for Connor Grafin, the third baseman.
Connor Grafin.
Grafin, the team's second leading hitter at .357 for the season. No home runs, 5 runs batted in. Bats here with nobody aboard and 2 down in the inning. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. 0-1. Roosevelt as a team coming in .294 as a team batting average. .385 slugging percentage. As the next pitch in there for a strike, and it's now 0-2 to Grafin. Hickey working quickly. Not a bad thing. Pitch low and outside. That'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another thing when you say infield grass, even though it's turf, often say a ball down low in the dirt. That technically isn't correct. There's a chopper towards short. And coming in, gloving and throwing to first, Ricky Kemp. And that'll end the inning. So a 1-2-3 frame there. Both pitchers settling down after a little bit of difficulty in the first. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base after 2. It is Robert Morris nothing, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Leading off the top of the third for the Eagles, the catcher, Jordan Fox.
On we go, top of the third inning coming up here. And Robert Morris will be led off by the number 9 hitter in the batting order, the catcher, Jordan Fox. As Noah Mathias goes to work on the mound for Roosevelt. First pitch, a high foul fly out of plate on the right field side. No balls and 1 strike to Jordan Fox. Fox did not play in the game on Saturday against St. Xavier, and he rips this one into left center field for a solid single. Fox, he'll be going for 2 all the way. Here's the throw back in, and a head-first slide, and he's in there. Fox legging out a 2-base hit to begin the Robert Morris third inning. Coleman over there in center field got to it relatively quickly. Fired it back in. It was not a bad throw by any means, but Fox able to beat the play. Now it looks like Darren Geska will run for Fox. And now back to the top of the order, and Adam Kinnair, and for the second time in the game, Robert Morris has a runner in scoring position. Winner of this game will play again today at 4 p.m. They'll have to wait and see who wins the next game to know who they will play. Kinnair 0 for 1, grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. Mathias into the stretch in the pitch, swinging a sharp grounder and on 1 hop. And it hits Grafin's glove. It pops into the air, and then he catches it on the way down. And then he tags Geska, trying to get to third on a ball hit to the left field, breaking a cardinal rule of base running. That's 5 unassisted on the fielder's choice. That's the first out of the inning. Kinnair aboard. And that'll bring up Ricky Kemp. That was sharply hit by Kinnair. And it looked like it hit the heel of Grafin's glove. It then popped straight into the air. He waited for it to come down, made a basket catch with his glove, and then tagged Geska. There's a ball low and outside. 1-0 to Kemp. Boy, I know that was a hard hit ball, but if you're at second base, you got to make sure that ball gets through. Kemp 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the game this morning. Hutchinson setting up toward the outside corner. Lengthy pause here, and now time will be called. Looked like Mathias all the while was just giving a dead stare over at first base to Adam Kinnair. Almost saying, I dare you to move any further away from the bag. Now the pitch to the plate. Line drive, and on 2 hops, and it'll get by the second baseman Marrera into right center field. Marrera dove, and I thought at least he would knock it down, but it sneaks through. That'll be a base hit as Canera goes to third. That'll bring up Chris Broccolino.
Second baseman.
Broccolino had a 2-out double in the first inning, but it came to nothing for RMU. So runners at the corners with one away here in the Robert Morris third. 0-0 ball game. First pitch to Broccolino, breaking ball, and rolled out towards second. They'll try to turn two, over to second for one. Relay will not be in time. That took a while to get to Marrera. He did throw to Kozlak to get a force play, but then the throw to first base late, so Canera scores. The first run of the game is Robert Morris now leads at 1-0.
The first baseman, Tyler Suchy.
Kemp the second out of the inning as he was forced at second. On the 4-6 putout, fielder's choice for Broccolino, he's aboard. That'll bring up Tyler Suchy now. And the first pitch to him, high and away, and it's 1-0. So Robert Morris gets the first run of the game on the board as they lead at 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul to the right side out of play. All right, Mathias, again looking a long time at first base. Now he deals to the plate, and that'll be over but low. 2 balls and a strike to Tyler Suchy. He'll be followed by David Duggar and then Diego Rincon if we get that far. Top of the third inning, Robert Morris with a 1-0 lead. Suchy awaits, and the pitch. High and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Suchy, as we might have mentioned, 0 for 1, grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. And the pitch. And it's pulled deep to left field, but it looks like it's playable. There's Taylor back into his right, reaches up, makes the catch to close out the inning. But Robert Morris able to get on the board as they pick up a run in the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. And 1 left on base, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. It is Robert Morris 1, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we go, bottom of the third inning on this Monday morning in Joliet, Illinois. And going to the plate will be the top of the order here. Roosevelt will have Matt Marrera leading it off here in the third frame. Marrera 0 for 1, popped out to Suchy to begin the ball game in the bottom of the first inning. And there's another pop-up right side, foul territory. This time it'll be the catcher Fox to make the play. So Marrera quickly retired on 1 pitch, and he's 0 for 2 in the game on a pair of pop-outs.
The shortstop, Matt Kozlak.
So here's Matt Kozlak now. So after Brandon Hickey, the Robert Morris starter, got into a little bit of trouble working out of a bases-loaded jam in the first inning, he has settled down now and has retired the last 6 batters he has faced. Kozlak had a double in the first inning, eventually reached as far as third base. First pitch to him here, a heater, high and a little bit in tight, and it's 1-0 to Matt Kozlak. Kozlak, the senior, 5'10", 170 from Algonquin, Illinois, went to Jacobs High School. There's a swing and a pop foul right side out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Parker Coleman next, and then Zach Taylor if we continue on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Robert Morris with a 1-0 lead. Eagles with a run in the top half of this frame, and now Matt Kozlak steps out of the batter's box. Now he'll get back in. Lakers so far with only 1 hit in the game. There's a swing and a roller, left side in the hole. Kemp at short tries to backhand, cannot come up with it. And that'll be scored a single. Kemp had to range to his left there. So an infield hit for Kozlak. He is 2 for 2 in the game now. And now to Parker Coleman. Coleman, one of 2 Lakers who walked back in the 1st inning. Lakers left 3 on in that inning. Left on base has been something very common. There's a throw to first and the runner back in. Very common so far in games involving Roosevelt, what with the 31 men left on base in the Saturday game. Well, that Saturday game, 1 for the books. St. Ambrose took a 3-0 lead in the top of the 1st inning. There's a ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Then Roosevelt came back with a 5 spot at the bottom of the 1st inning, highlighted by a grand slam from Dom Lentini. They kept going back and forth, back and forth. Roosevelt tied the game in the bottom of the 9th inning after getting 3 runs in the 8th. Throw to first and the runner back in. Roosevelt got 3 in the 8th inning in that game. St. Ambrose came back with their backs against the wall on the top of the 9th, scored 2 to take the lead. Roosevelt tied it in the bottom of the 9th inning. Then each team scored twice in the 11th. There's a ball outside. And then St. Ambrose scored once in the top of the 12th, and Roosevelt came back with 2 in the bottom of the inning. What a game. 33 runs, 42 hits. 2 balls, no strikes here to Parker Coleman. Hickey working a little bit more slowly with a runner at first. Tying run aboard. Swinging a high fly ball left field. Rincon moves over toward the line. And he has it on a one-handed catch for the 2nd out of the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2 away, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Zach Taylor. Taylor also walked back in the 1st inning. And that's when Brandon Hickey really bore down as he was facing a bases-loaded 1-out situation. Then he got a pair of strikeouts to close out the frame. Runner at first, 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0, Robert Morris the lead. First pitch, line drive, and that'll be caught on a leaping grab at second base by Chris Broccolino. Timed it perfectly. I thought that ball would be above his glove, but Broccolino makes the catch. Great play there, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 3 completed, is Robert Morris 1, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
off the top of the fourth for the Eagles, the right fielder, David Duggar.
We go to the fourth inning. Middle innings upon us here in our first game on this pretty much what can be termed Elimination Monday here in this tournament. And Robert Morris with the lead by a score of 1-0 here as we go to the top of the fourth inning. David Duggar, the Eagles right fielder, leading it off, and the first pitch to him will miss outside, and it's 1-0. Duggar 0 for 1. He grounded back to the pitcher, Noah Mathias, back in the first inning. Mathias deals, swinging a two-hopper to Grafin at third, clutches it against his gut there, and then he can't get the ball firmly into his hand to make a throw. That'll be a base hit. You wonder there, he took a waist-high hop, and it looked like he was clutching it against his stomach there. And I wonder if it got kind of caught up in his uniform. Umpires huddling. I'm not completely sure why. Diego Rincon due up next for Robert Morris. Rincon grounded out to Grafin at third, his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 this morning. And after a delay that I'm not sure the reason for that delay, not sure what it was, but we're ready to get back to baseball. Here's the stretch by Mathias and the pitch. Strike called on a heater. Looks like over the outside half. Good pitch there by Mathias, and he's ahead of Rincon at no balls and a strike. Wind blowing out for the first time in the tournament today, although not really at great velocity. The 0-1 jammed him, and it's lined up the third base side. That'll be on the chalk, I believe, for a fair ball. Oh, they called that a foul ball. I thought it hit the chalk. It looked like some... That's actually paint, but it looked like it brought up a little puff there, but they called it a foul ball. So 0-2. On a chalk field, you'll see the little piece of smoke, if you will, move up, and you'll know whether it was a fair ball or not. It looked like it from up here. It hit the line, and a little spot of paint went up, but either way, no balls and 2 strikes. And the delivery, high and away to make it 1-2. Duggar takes his lead at first base. And the pitch. Duggar going, and it's fouled to the backstop. And it stays a ball and 2 strikes. David Duggar this year has been fantastic on the bases. 20 of 21 in stolen base attempts. One and 2 as Rincon steps back into the batter's box. And the pitch. That was a hanger hit deep to left field. Back toward the track as Taylor has room and makes the catch for the out. Duggar tagging from first, and he will slide into second base. Good read there by Duggar at first base to get in a scoring position. So Rincon, the first out of the inning, on a deep fly to left, and that'll send to the plate Connor McLean. McLean is 1 for 1 rather. He had a single back in the second inning. First pitch coming from Mathias. McLean jumps over that one and pops it high into the air. And calling for it here, the shortstop Matt Kozlak has it on the edge of the outfield turf. And that's the second out of the inning. McLean pops to the shortstop. That'll bring up Jacob Spasaro, the third baseman.
Jacob Spasaro.
Spasaro grounded out on a nice play at third by Grafin to end the Robert Morris second inning. Sunshine now coming back out here for the first time in a little while here at Route 66 Stadium in Joliet. First pitch coming in from Mathias, and that'll be a strike called on the outside corner. 0-1 to Spasaro. He'll be followed by Jordan Fox, and then if we move that far, back to the top of the order here in this fourth inning. Top of 4, 1-0 Robert Morris. Their only run of the game coming in the third inning. Next pitch, a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mathias off the rubber, now back on. Comes to the stretch, and now the pitch. And that'll be outside. 2 balls and a strike. Mathias taking his time here. Tight ball game, 1-0 here in the fourth. Robert Morris getting their run in the third inning rather. Their first and only run of the game. That'll be high and away. 3-1 to Jacob Spasaro. And again, Mathias takes his time getting back up on the pitcher's rubber. 3-1 pitch coming up now from Mathias to Spasaro. And that'll be over but low. Ball 4, and a 2-out walk to Spasaro puts runners at first and second base. That sends to the plate Jordan Fox.
The catcher, Jordan Fox.
Fox doubled his last time up. And then was pulled for Darren Geska, a courtesy runner who was out, trying to get to third on a ground ball to the left side of the infield. All right, Mathias. First pitch to the plate, curveball, down and in, and it's 1-0. Outfield playing Fox slightly to pull here. And the 1-0. Fastball upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes to Jordan Fox. Leadoff hitter Adam Kinnair waiting on deck for Robert Morris. Mathias really slowing the pace of the game down here. 2 on, 2 out here in the fourth. Robert Morris looking to extend their lead. There's a ball outside. 3-0 to Fox. And Mathias in danger of walking the number 9 hitter in the order. And loading the bases. The kick and the pitch. Ball 4 high. A 4-pitch walk to the catcher, Fox. So, after a leadoff single, Mathias gets 2 batters, and then he issues back-to-back walks. Action here in the Roosevelt bullpen. And head coach Steve Markey out with a word here. He's in his 9th season at the helm of this Roosevelt program. TJ Merrick and Ricardo Ramirez are the assistants for Roosevelt. And for the moment, Noah Mathias will stay in the ball game. This is the second time we've had a bases loaded situation in the game. Back in the first inning, Roosevelt loaded the bases with 1 out, but Robert Morris starting pitcher Brandon Hickey was able to wiggle off the hook. Mathias, a little bit of an easier proposition, if you will, as there are 2 men out here, but now he has to face the top of the order. So here's Adam Kinnair. There's a great chance for Robert Morris to open up some separation. First pitch to Kinnair, strike called, and it's 0-1. Early key point of the ball game here in this elimination contest. No balls, 1 strike. Runners at every base. Here comes the 0-1. Taken low on a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kinnair. Kinnair 0 for 2. Grounded out and hit into a fielder's choice. Grounded out to third in the first inning. The fielder's choice came back in the third. Here comes the 1-1 from Mathias. And that'll be a strike called. Painted the outside corner. Great pitch there, and it's 1-2. See if Matthias tries to replicate that pitch here and ring up Kinnair and get out of the inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matthias leans in. Now he comes set. And the 1-2. Just off the outside corner. He thought he had the call. Did Matthias, but the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ricky Kemp would be next if the inning continues. If it does, Robert Morris will have added to their lead. They lead 1-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Kinnair waits. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Early turning point of the ball game. Here's the pitch. Swinging in a grounder. A little chopper fouled into the guardrail in front of the Roosevelt bench. Caroms to Robert Morris, head coach, and third base coach Jason Becker tosses it back to the Laker dugout. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Breaking ball high and away. That runs it full. 3-2. No place to put Adam Kinnair. Three balls, 2 strikes. Little chatter coming from the Robert Morris bench. Here's the set. 3-2 offering. Swinging a high fly ball. Short right field coming on. Fox calling for it. One-handed catch, and that'll end the inning. So as Hickey did in the first inning, Matthias works out of a bases-loaded jam here in the 4th. In the inning for Robert Morris. No runs, a hit, no errors. 2 walks, 3 left on base. Robert Morris has now left 6 on in the game. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is Robert Morris 1, Roosevelt 0. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back in Joliet, Illinois, as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. And the DH Jordan Coakley will lead it off now for Roosevelt as both teams have had their chances. But a couple of bases loaded situations coming up empty, 1 for each team, and so it stays 1-0 Robert Morris. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, first pitch to Coakley, and he jumps on that one and quickly flares it out to left field, and that'll be in there for a base hit. So Coakley, first pitch swinging here, picks up a single. And a good start for Roosevelt here in their half of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Leo Lonato.
First baseman, Leo Lonato.
Formed between innings of a scoring change on the run-scoring play for Robert Morris in the 3rd inning. Kemp's at bat that produced that run, originally ruled a hit, has been changed now to a fielder's choice and then an error. So not an earned run in that situation as the pitch is over but low here to Leo Lonato. Lonato 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So the tying run on base here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Roosevelt's Lakers. As Robert Morris in a 1-0 lead. All right, here's the set now by Hickey and the pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Slicing to right center field. Back into his left is Kinnair, the center fielder. Reaches up, runs it down on a nice play in center field, and that's the first out of the inning. Coakley holding at first base. And that will bring to the plate the catcher, Jake Hutchinson.
Catcher, Jake Hutchinson.
Hutchinson, 0 for 1. He grounded out to Jacobs Pissarro at third his first time up. So 1 on 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning for Roosevelt. First pitch here, and that'll be a strike called. 0-1. Roosevelt has left 3 on base in this game so far, 3 in the first, and then 1 in the third. I might have wrapped up that inning saying that there were none left on. Matt Kozlak was left at first base in that inning. Here's the next pitch, breaking ball. Chopped to third. Pissarro charging, gloves left of the mound, throws to first for the out. Boy, good defense so far in this ball game. On the play, Jordan Coakley heads to second base. The tying run in scoring position, but 2 away now for Roosevelt.
The right fielder, Joey Fox.
So that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, Joey Fox. Fox in the game, 0 for 1. He flied to David Duggar in right field his first time up. 2-out runner at second, 1-0 game out of the fourth inning. First pitch from Brandon Hickey, and it'll be fouled to the right out of play. So Fox quickly behind at 0-1. Connor Grafin would be next, and then back to the top of the order here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Fox stands in. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Just missed. Up and away, and it's 1-1. I think there was more high than away. 1 ball and 1 strike here. Fox stands back in the batter's box. The 1-1 to him. Fastball high and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fox out, now back into the batter's box. 2-1 to him. Goes after this one and skies it foul to the right side out of play. And that makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Roosevelt coming in, a team batting average of .294. Might have mentioned that earlier. .395 on base percentage. So almost 40% of the time any given batter has been able to get on base for the Lakers this year. And there's a weak swing, topper foul to the left of home plate. We'll try it again at 2-2. A run on 4 hits for Robert Morris. No runs on 3 hits for Roosevelt in this game. And per the scoring change, Roosevelt has been charged with the only error of the day thus far. All right, here's the set now and the 2-2 offering. There was a little bit of a hanger, top foul on a chopper wide of the bag at third, and it stays 2-2. Hickey got that ball up in the zone there, but Joey Fox could not do anything with it. Sun faintly filtering through the cloud cover overhead now. Wind picking up a little bit, blowing out now, looks like towards right field. Hickey comes set in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning. So Roosevelt can't do anything with a leadoff single. No runs in the inning and a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. After 4, it stays Robert Morris 1, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back in Joliet, Illinois, as we head to the top of the fifth inning, middle frame of this 9-inning elimination game. And Ricky Kemp leading it off, taking the first pitch for ball one, and now he goes after the second pitch in a two-hopper. And edge of the outfield turf with it there as Marrera, the second baseman, throws to first. And that's the first out of the Robert Morris fifth inning. That makes Kemp 0 for 3 in the game now. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Chris Broccolino, for Robert Morris. Broccolino has a double in the fielder's choice this afternoon, or I should say this morning. First pitch high and away. And it's 1-0. Still almost an hour to go before we hit the noon hour. There's a swing and a little soft liner to the left side. Diving for it, Grafin. It's off his glove and into left field. That'll be a base hit. And Broccolino aboard with a second hit of the ball game. And a one-out base runner here for Robert Morris in the top of the fifth inning. Great effort there by Grafin. Stretched out there, laid out for it, but just off his leather glove into left field. And now that'll bring up Tyler Suchy. Just off the leather. Suchy is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third and fly to left field. So look out if you're on the left side of the infield here or in the outfield. Here's the first pitch. And he pulls it again. Ripped up the line, and that'll be a foul ball. That was near the line. Had a similar line drive early in the game, or earlier in the game. I think it was in the last inning or so that I thought was fair. That was ultimately called foul. And experience being the best teacher, I waited to call that one. And it turned out to be foul. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike. Nicely done there by Mathias. And now he's ahead of his man 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. So Mathias trying to work around a one-out single here in the Robert Morris fifth. Long look in by Mathias. And now the pitch. Breaking ball and foul to the way to the right side. Stays 0-2 to Suchy. Suchy waited on that one, but kind of sprayed it to the right side out of play. Suchy, right-handed batter. And he tops this one up the third base line, charging. And gloving here is Grafin, and he just puts it in his pocket. Wise decision there. Little 60-foot topper. And Suchy is aboard, and now Robert Morris with something going here as they have runners at first and second with one away in the fifth. And that'll send to the plate David Duggar. Duggar is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up, advanced to second, but was stranded there. And a chance for Robert Morris to expand their lead here. All right, right-handed hitting Duggar awaits. And the first pitch to him. And he hits it right back up the middle. It caroms off the pitcher over to Grafin at third. He tags the runner out going to third. Oh, a break there for Roosevelt. That was hit well up the middle. It caromed. It looked like off one of the legs there of Mathias. Went right to Grafin. And no choice there for Broccolino. He had to go with runners at first and second, and he got tagged out. And I believe it'll be a 1-5 put out on the fielder's choice. That's the second out of the inning. Suchy to second. Duggar aboard on the fielder's choice, and that brings up Diego Rincon. Looks like Mathias none the worse for the wear. He'll stay on the mound here as Rincon stands in. Rincon 0 for 2. Ground out to third and a fly out to left field. Mathias trying to get out of this inning. First pitch to Rincon, misses low and outside, 1-0. Connor McLean would be next. We play in the top of the fifth inning, 1-0, Robert Morris in the lead. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Taken again low. 2 balls and no strikes. Connor McLean next, and then Jacobs Pissarro here in the fifth. Here comes the 2-0. Rincon, a great hitter's count here. Goes after it, grounds it to Grafin at third. He's up with it. Throws across the diamond in time, and Matthias gets out of the situation there that looked a little bit precarious there for a while. But he gets out without any damage. So no runs for Robert Morris on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. Halfway point of our opening game of the day. Good game. It's Robert Morris 1, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Another tight, tense elimination game here in this tournament as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Connor Grafin, the number 9 hitter in the order, leading it off for Roosevelt. He takes the first pitch outside, and it's 1-0 to Grafin. Grafin, Morera, and Kozlak do up here for Roosevelt. Here's the 1-0. Strike called on the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike to Grafin. Grafin 0 for 1, grounded out of the shortstop his first time up. Bottom of 5, and 1-0. Robert Morris clinging to a tight lead here. As the 1-1 misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Winner moves on and will play later on today at 4 p.m. And the loser will pack up and head home for the year. There's a swing and a foul back. And so it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Connor Grafin. Grafin has had a bit of an adventurous day there at third base. Some unusual plays for him. He's handled it well. Here's Hickey now. He delivers, and up in the zone, 1 hopper, a chopper. Fielded to the left of the mound there by Hickey. He whirls, throws to first for the first out of the inning. 1-3 on the putout, back to the top of the order, and Matt Morera. Matt Morera, 0 for 2. Fouled out to the catcher his last time up, and then in the first inning, he popped up to Todd Arsucci at first. Brandon Hickey getting out of that bases loaded situation in the first inning. He's had a couple of bumps in the road, but he's kept his team in front. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-0 to Morera. Right-handed batter awaits. Another breaking ball. Strike called on the outside edge. And it's 1-1. Morera, wide stance in the box. Goes after this ball that was low in the zone, and he popped it foul to the right side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to the right-handed hitting Morera as the sunshine back now and prevailing here for a while, at least in Joliet. There's a swing and a foul back. And it stays a ball and 2 strikes to Morera. Robert Morris, 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. Roosevelt, no runs, 3 hits, and 1 error in the game. The 1 run for Robert Morris has now been ruled unearned. There's a swing and a miss at the ball way up in the zone. So Morera chases after that one, came up empty, and that's the second out of the inning. That brings to the plate Matt Kozlak. Kozlak has a double and a single. So he's halfway to a cycle. He's been left on base twice on the day, as Roosevelt overall has left 5 runners on base in the ballgame. All right, Hickey works out of the stretch all of the time, and the pitch. Fastball misses inside, and it's 1-0. One ball, and no strikes. Pitch by Hickey, breaking ball. And that's in for a strike to make it 1-1. Parker Coleman would be next. 1-1 pitch. Curve, a little bit low. That was over but low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Kozlak out of the box, now back in. Windmills the bat around. And here comes the 2-1 offering. Swinging a ball hit deep to left field. Back toward the fence goes Diego Rincon, but has room. Makes a one-handed catch as he looks into the sun, and that'll end the inning. Thought that had a chance when it came off the bat, but it's a long out for Kozlak, as in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. And it stays Robert Morris 1, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, we go here to the 6th inning, and as we start off, Connor McLean leading it off for Robert Morris, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. Anthony Nicholas is the new pitcher now for Roosevelt as we play here in the top of the 6th inning in a 1-0 game. And the first pitch, there was a bit of a hanger high in the zone, but it's popped up behind third base. And shading his eyes from the sun and making the catch, Connor Grafin for the first out of the inning.
The third baseman, Jacob Sposaro.
So 1 away, and that'll bring up Jacob Sposaro. And the first pitch to him is a ball, and it's 1-0. Next pitch is high and tight to make it 1-1. Sposaro in the game is 1 for 1 with a walk. He has a, beg your pardon, he is 0 for 1 with a walk. Grounded out to third base his first time up, then walked as he takes a pitch here to make it 2 balls and a strike. There's a swing and a ground ball to the right side. And on the edge of the outfield turf, glove there by Marrera. Low throw to first, but Lonato digs it out of the turf for the out. That's the second out of the inning.
The catcher, Jordan Fox.
Here's the catcher, Jordan Fox. Fox, he is 0 for 1 with a walk. He doubled, I should say he's 1 for 1 with a walk. Doubled and then walked. Double in the third, walked in the fourth inning. All right, now we're straight, and the pitch is high, and it's 1-0. We play in the top of the sixth inning, 1-0 in favor of Robert Morris. As Anthony Nicholas, by the way, the new pitcher starting the inning here for Roosevelt. There's a strike called, and it is 1-1 now. Nicholas coming in 3-5 with a 7.68 ERA and 36 1/3 innings pitched this season. As the next pitch, breaking ball, called strike. And so it's 1-2. Nicholas pitched on Saturday, went an inning, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned. He walked a pair. There's a breaking ball, and it'll be a little bit low. At least I think it was low. It was out of the zone because it was ruled a ball. To be honest, it looked like a good pitch from up here. Nicholas, as we said, walked a pair on Saturday, did not strike out a batter. Faced 8 men. So the count here is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. And that'll be a little bit low. And it is now on the board and in my book, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We play in the top of the sixth inning. Tense game, 1-0 ball game. Here's the set by the right-hander, Nicholas, and the pitch. High and away, ball 4, so Fox draws a 2-out walk. He's been on base in each of his 3 plate appearances in the ball game. No doubt Darren Geska will come in to run for him. And it is Geska running, and Adam Kinnair now batting here for Robert Morris. He is 0 for 3, and he hit a high pop-up to short right field for the 3rd out of the 4th inning his last time up. Squares the bat to bunt, pulled it back, and the pitch was outside, and it's 1-0. Kinnair also with a fielder's choice and a ground out. He has scored the only run of the ball game. Reached on that fielder's choice and ultimately came around to score in that 3rd inning. Began to swing, held up. Pitch was a strike anyway. 1 ball and 1 strike. Boy, both pitchers, I think, are under, anybody who pitches in this kind of game, under a huge amount of pressure. Your season on the line. Do not want anybody to score any runs the way this game is developing. There's a swing and a ball ripped up the third base side, but foul. That'll land in the bullpen down the third base and left field line, and then 1 hop into the berm. That makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 to Kinnair. Geska takes his lead off first base. Not a large lead by any stretch. Nicholas looks over, he turns and throws, and Geska easily able to dive back in. Anthony Nicholas coming into the game. 12 appearances, 7 were starts. Opponents hitting .333 against him. And the pitch, runner going. Pitch was over but low, and catcher Hutchinson there could not make a clean exchange between his mitt and his throwing hand. Dropped the ball, and so Geska is in with a stolen base. And Robert Morris with a runner in scoring position. They've had plenty of men in scoring position today. Have only been able to cash in on 1. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kinnair. And the pitch. Breaking ball, just missed a little bit low, and it's 3-2. Runner in scoring position, 2 down in the inning. The assignment here for Anthony Nicholas is clear. Keep that runner at second base. Here comes the payoff pitch from Nicholas to Kinnair. And swung on, line drive, and over a leaping Marrera at second into right field for a base hit. Runner being waved around third. Geska will score, and Robert Morris takes a 2-0 lead. So Kinnaird delivers with a 2-out base hit. And it's 2-0 Robert Morris. And that'll bring to the plate Ricky Kemp. Kemp in the game, a strikeout, a fielder's choice, and a ground out to the second baseman. Marrera timed his leap well. It was just beyond his reach there at second base. First pitch to Kemp. Strike on the inner half on a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Kemp grounded to Marrera at second his last time up. That began the Robert Morris fifth inning. So Robert Morris able to tack on a run here, both teams looking to extend their season and advance to the 4 o'clock game later today. Nicholas deals, right-hander, sends one high, and it's 1-1. Nicholas, the junior, 6'1", 215, right-hander from Darien deals. Pitch came in high, runner going, throw to second base, tag applied. He's out at second base on a close play, and that'll end the inning. So Kinnaird out caught stealing to close out the frame. But Robert Morris able to add to their lead as they pick up a run in the inning on a hit, a walk, no errors. And in the end, nobody left on base. Through 5.5, we go bottom 6. It is Robert Morris 2, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning now, and Parker Coleman will lead it off for Roosevelt's Lakers. And he took the first pitch that was in for a strike from Brandon Hickey, so it is 0-1 to Parker Coleman. Coleman, Taylor, and Coakley, heart of the order coming up here for the Roosevelt Lakers, who trail Robert Morris's Eagles by a 1-0 count. Brandon Hickey, the left-hander, deals, swing and a miss. And it is 0-2. Hickey seems to be getting a little stronger, I think, as this game is going along. Robert Morris with a run in the 3rd, and then they tack on a run here in the top of the 6th inning. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball high and outside. Wasting one there was Hickey, and it runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. I went on a long speech on Saturday about, I think at times you can inadvertently kind of put yourself in a tough spot when you just go to that default of wasting the 0-2 pitch. Doesn't happen here as Hickey gets a swing and a miss from Coleman, and that is a strikeout for the first out of the Roosevelt 6th inning.
The left fielder, Zach Taylor.
That'll bring up Zach Taylor. Hickey with 5 strikeouts in the game now. as Taylor comes up. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Lined out to the second baseman back in the third inning his last time up. First pitch here misses outside, and it's 1-0. Taylor walked back in the first inning as well. That was when Roosevelt maybe had their best scoring chance when they loaded the bases with one away, could not convert. They may come back and they may look back, rather, as there's a ball high, 2-0. And if they don't come back and win this game, the Lakers may lament that that missed opportunity that passed them by in the first inning. There's a ball high, though, here, 3-0. Roosevelt did get a runner in scoring position in the fourth inning when they got a leadoff single, and then Coakley advancing to second, but he was left there. 3-0 pitch, strike called to run it to 3-1. Bottom of the sixth, 2-0. Robert Morris has the lead. Hickey comes set and he deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the second out of the inning. Nope, beg your pardon. That was a 2-1, 3-1 pitch, so now it's 3-2. A little ahead of myself there. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Zach Taylor. So we said Coakley next and then Leo Lonato if we get that far. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So eventually, Hickey rings up Taylor on a swinging strikeout, and that's the second out of the inning. And now for Jordan Coakley.
Jordan Coakley.
Well, Coakley had the last hit for Roosevelt. That was a single to lead off the fourth inning. Since then, Hickey has retired 8 straight Lakers. First pitch high and outside, and it's 1-0. Coakley 1 for 2 in the game. And the 1-0. Began to swing at a pitch up in the zone, checked his swing, and I think they ruled he went around. So it's 1-1. To be honest, I didn't think he went there. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he yanks it foul, pulls it deep down the third base line. And it goes flying into a picnic table and then rolls to the base of a light standard on the berm down the left field side. 1-2 here. We describe even the deep foul flies here during the CCAC tournament. Next pitch is high and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sun continues to duck in and out amongst cloud cover overhead. 2-2 pitch upstairs, and that runs at full 3-2. Coakley back in the box. Now he moves back to a stance. He backed up in the box toward the left edge line. Here comes the payoff pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Hickey strikes out the side on 3 swinging strikeouts. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And after 6, it is Robert Morris 2, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. As we come back to Joliet, Illinois here at Route 66 Stadium. Ricky Kemp leading it off for Robert Morrison. He hits a high foul fly on the first pitch of the inning deep to right field. That's out of play, so he's behind 0-1, goes after the second pitch, goes the other way, and pops it foul left side. So Kemp quickly behind at 0-2 here as he leads off the Robert Morris seventh inning. Robert Morris right now a 2-0 lead in this game. Anthony Nicholas on for a second inning of work. And the next pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A bit of a delay here. Umpire took his mask off, talking to, look like the Roosevelt bench, as now we're getting back at it. There's a swing and a foul back to the screen. So it stays 1-2 here to Ricky Kemp. Here comes the set by Anthony Nicholas. And the pitch. Taken outside. 2-2. The pitching line on Noah Mathias, the Roosevelt starter, 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. It was not earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. Good pitching performance by him. There's a swing and a high fly ball. Right center field, and calling for it will be the center fielder Parker Coleman. Fox was over there as well, but Coleman grabs it. And that's the first out of the inning. 1 away in the Robert Morris seventh, and that'll bring to the plate the first baseman, I should say the second baseman, Chris Broccolino. There's some ominous looking clouds beyond the left field fence here. I know there's rain in the northern part of the area. And it's a little bit closer now. Looks like there's some heading in the area of Naperville, just north of us. There's a swing and a mile-high pop-up on the infield, calling for it. Near the mound, Connor Grafin, and he makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up Todd Arsucci. There's a line of showers extending from the east side of Lake Michigan near Muskegon, and it angles toward the southwest all the way down towards around the area where Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois meet, just north of Quincy, Illinois. There's a call and strike, and it's 0-1 here as Todd Arsucci stands in. Looking at the future weather app, they're calling for rain a little bit later on today, but not the kind of there's a pitch that'll bounce in front of the plate to make it 1-1. Looks like not the kind of rain that you might have that'll last a long time. Although then they're calling for more rain late in the evening tonight. Hopefully we can get the 4 games in and stay on schedule as we did last year. There were no weather problems. It was cold at times last year at Judson University, but every game went off on schedule. There's a swing and a pop foul, right side out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Succi. Succi in the game is 1 for 3. He singled us last time up back in the 5th inning. We play in the 7th. And Robert Morris right now with a 2-0 lead. Succi stands in. And the pitch. And he gets a hold of this one and lines it as it slices into right center field for a base hit. Boy, it stayed up there in the air from this angle. Calling this tournament high above
the right fielder, David Duggar.
In the Route 66 Stadium press box. When they get it into the air, it can be hard to tell at times from this angle how long it will stay in the air. Sometimes it looks like it'll stay up there and the outfielder will get to it, and other times it's the opposite, and sometimes you don't always get the result you expect. Here's Duggar now. And the first pitch to him, goes after it, chops it to third. One hopper, caught by Grafin near the bag. Long throw to first, one hopping in. Nice backhand play there by Lonato to dig it out at first base, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning, Robert Morris gets a 2-out single but can't do anything with it. No runs in the frame on a hit, no errors. One left on base. Stretch time here in Joliet. Your score: Robert Morris 2, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Leading off the bottom of the seventh, the first baseman, Leo Lunado.
We head to the bottom of the seventh inning. Robert Morris right now nursing a 2-0 lead. Leo Lunado, the first baseman for Roosevelt, starting things off, and the first pitch will miss outside, and it's 1-0. Looks like action about to stir in the Roosevelt bullpen. And there's one of the Roosevelt players at least walking down that way, but as the next pitch misses low, 2 balls and no strikes to Brandon Hickey. I should say to Leo Lunado, as Brandon Hickey in this game has had to work around some interesting situations. 2-0 pitch, swinging a foul back. Out of play to the right. That makes it 2-1. Lunado 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly out to center field in this ball game. We play in the bottom of the seventh inning. Robert Morris with a 2-0 lead. Roosevelt has left 5 runners on base in the ball game. And in a close game, that could be a statistic you wind up regretting. There's a ball outside, 3-1 here to Lunado. He'll be followed by Jake Hutchinson and then Joey Fox. Lefty versus righty here. Hickey comes set, and the pitch. Swing and a ball hit into the air, popped up right side. Succi backing up at first base, makes the catch about 3 feet inside the edge of where the dirt would meet the grass on a conventional field, and there's 1 away in the inning. That's a case where Lunado, 3-1 hitters count, got his pitch, but couldn't do anything with it. Here's Hutchinson now, 0 for 2. He's grounded out to the third baseman Spasaro twice this afternoon, I should say this morning. First pitch, strike called, and it's 0-1. This will be the last morning game of the tournament, unless rain moves the schedule around. It's supposed to get cold again tomorrow. There's a ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Hutchinson. Hickey kicks and fires. Strike down the middle. Hutchinson, the 5'8" sophomore from Orland Park, Illinois, dealing with a 1 ball and 2 strike count here. Here's the set and the pitch. Swinging a foul to the right side, out of play, and it stays 1-2. Hutchinson briefly out of the box, now back in. Moves his feet around in the box as if he was kicking away some dirt. Here's the next pitch, swinging a foul. Oh, he swung over it, but barely got a piece of it on a foul tip, and he keeps the at-bat going as it stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hickey coming set. And the pitch, swinging a ground ball to short. Kemp up with it. Throws to first, high throw, and coming down in the bag, Todd Succi makes a great play as he came down on the bag just in time to make the second out of the inning. Well, that saved Ricky Kemp from a throwing error. And now that'll bring up Joey Fox.
The right fielder, Joey Fox.
We were mentioning on Saturday, Robert Morris, their defense has been a liability all year long. coming into the game with a .952 fielding percentage. First pitch here fouled back. 80 errors on the year for Robert Morris defensively. Roosevelt has 66. Both teams at .952 for a fielding percentage. There's a ball outside. 1-1 to Joey Fox, who was fly to right and struck out swinging. Bottom of 7, 2 down in the inning. 2-0 Robert Morris. Here's the delivery. Swinging a foul back. Out of play. And it is 1-2 to Fox. Hickey has retired 11 straight Roosevelt Lakers. He's been able to slam the door, but still a precarious lead for him. There's a swing and a fly ball. Looks like short center field, Canair. Coming in, hops up, makes a one-handed catch. That'll end the inning. 12 in a row for Hickey. As in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. 7 complete in the books, and it stays Robert Morris 2, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Diego Rincon.
We go to the top half of the 8th inning, and it'll be Diego Rincon leading it off now for Robert Morris. As here's the set now, and the first pitch. And swung on and in the air to center field. Parker Coleman back, continuing to backpedal, turns around and reaches up and makes the catch. I think he initially thought it would go back a little bit toward right center, but it kept going straight away. But Coleman made the adjustment, and on a 1 pitch, 1 out in the Robert Morris 8th inning. That sends to the plate the DH, Connor McLean. McLean 1 for 3 this morning. First pitch here is high, and it's 1-0. McLean singled in the second, then popped to the shortstop and popped to the third baseman. Next pitch, strike called. And that makes it 1-1. Jacobs, Pissarro next, and then Fox. As we head toward the bottom of the Eagle batting order. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball down and in. And it's 1-2. McLean there swinging in a pitch that it really looked like wasn't gettable. You're either going to foul it off or miss it. Very low possibility of hitting that ball into fair territory. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball up in the zone. Line drive caught by Connor Grafin at third for the second out of the inning. McLean hit a hanger. Got all of it, but lined it to Grafin. 2 down for Jacobs Pissarro. Pissarro is 0 for 2 with a walk. And we will have instead Connor McNamara pinch hitting for Pissarro. And it might be likely that he will enter the game as defensively in the next half inning as a replacement for Spessaro, perhaps for defensive purposes, as the first pitch is going to be fouled away, and it's 0-1 to Connor McNamara. McNamara started the first 2 games at third base for Robert Morris, first 2 games of the tourney, as there's a ball low. 1 ball and 1 strike here. McNamara, a .349 hitter, 15 hits and 43 at bats, a home run, 15 runs batted in. And the 1-1 misses to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Anthony Nicholas into the wind, actually out of the stretch, and he throws, and it is a swinging strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Nicholas working on a 1-2-3 inning of his own here in the top of the 8th inning, trying to keep his team close. Here comes the 0-2. Swinging a foul straight back. And should say 2-2, and that's where the count stays. 2 balls and 2 strikes. McNamara back into the batter's box. Righty versus lefty, and the pitch. Breaking ball just missed on the outside corner. And that'll run it full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Robert Morris is out. Hit Roosevelt 7-3 in the ball game. Roosevelt they've had the only error of the game charged to their side. Here's the payoff. And it'll be over but low, ball 4, and so a 2-out walk drawn here by the pinch hitting McNamara. And here is Jordan Fox, the catcher. He's had a good day at the plate, double and a pair of walks. So he's reached base in all 3 times he's come to the plate. And each time he's reached base, he was lifted for a courtesy runner. That was Darren Geska. First pitch high and inside, and it's 1-0 to Fox. Fox trying to extend the inning for what would be the top of the order, due up next for Robert Morris. Here's the next pitch. That'll be upstairs. And it's 2-1. All right, now meeting at the mound here. As there is action in the Roosevelt bullpen. Roosevelt head coach Steve Markey out to talk to his team. Well, he's already had his team come back once. As a word of encouragement for his pitcher, now the meeting breaks up. Maybe a little bit of a motivational speech there for Nicholas. So Fox back in the batter's box. And Nicholas steals the 2-0. And that will miss up high. 3 balls and no strikes. First 2 batters were retired, but then McNamara able to get on base. As there's a strike called. And that runs it now to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Taken for a strike at the letters. So a 3-2 count here to Jordan Fox. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Runner was going, but it's a moot point as the inning comes to an end. So Fox is retired for the first time this morning in the inning. No No hits, no errors, a walk, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is Robert Morris 2, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
And pitch hitting for Roosevelt. Number 25, Carey CCAC.
So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and Roosevelt, trailing by a pair here, will have a pinch hitter to start things off. Brandon Hickey remaining in the game on the bump for Robert Morris, and the first pitch is in there, called strike. So the 0-1 pitch comes in, and now it is no balls and 2 strikes. As it's Carey CCAC, pinch hitting, a freshman from Granger, Indiana. Now he calls for time, and they give it to him. CCAC this year offensively, .279 average with no home runs and 8 runs batted in. 12 hits in 43 at-bats. And the 0-2 misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to CCAC. CCAC, a right-handed batter, wide stance, the pitch. High and away, and that evens it up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brandon Hickey, after a rough, or at least maybe not a rough first inning, maybe that's not the right word to use, but certainly he ran into first inning trouble, but since then has settled down. He's retired 12 in a row, swinging a line drive, and that streak comes to an end, just as I mentioned it, and a leadoff single here for CCAC. That brings the tying run to the plate as we come back to the top of the Roosevelt order, and here's Matt Marrera. Courtesy runner coming in now for Roosevelt. As a good start for the Lakers here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that gives Roosevelt a little emotional bump. And Connor Grafin now will re-enter as the base runner at first base. So he'll keep his spot in the lineup. Back to the top of the order, and that'll bring up Matt Marrera now. And now Jason Becker coming out. There is double-barreled action going on in the Robert Morris bullpen. Looks like Todd Kirkwood and Tom Yeager are warming up here for Robert Morris. Meanwhile, Jason Becker and his team meeting out on the mound here. And the meeting breaks up. The tension building here a little bit in this elimination game coming up later on today. 1 p.m. scheduled start. And we may, in fact, be still on track for that. As we're right at the 12 noon hour. As it'll be yet another elimination game. Every game the rest of the way will have one team at risk for elimination. as it'll be St. Francis and Trinity Christian. Coming up next. All right, here is the first pitch of this at bat now to Matt Marrera. He squared the bunt, pulled the bat back, and the pitch was, I believe, a little bit low. And it is 1 ball and no strikes. Marrera is 0 for 3, struck out his last time up. 2-0 Robert Morris, bottom of the 8th inning. Again, he squares the bunt, pulls it back, and this time the pitch was in there for a strike to make it 1-1 now. Sun back behind a large cloud overhead. 1 ball and 1 strike. The set and the pitch. Breaking ball. Strike called. And that makes it 1-2. So Zacey, pinch hitting for Grafin, gets a single. And now Grafin running again at first base. Next pitch here to Marrera. Fouls it back. And it stays a ball and 2 strikes. Robert Morris has out hit Roosevelt 7-4 in the game, but these 2-run leads, I think a lot like 2-goal leads in hockey. They're always so precarious. Here's the next pitch swung on, and Marrera goes the other way and lifts it foul deep down the right field side. Hopping on the berm and then landing on the concourse right side. So it stays a ball and 2 strikes. 2-0 top of the 8th inning. Just past the noon hour. Throw to first and the runner back in. In addition to Marrera's strikeout, he fouled out to the catcher in the 3rd and then popped to the first baseman in the 1st inning. Here's the set and the pitch. Breaking ball, grounded towards short. This could be 2. Kemp to second for 1. Relay, high throw by Broccolino, and so they will not be able to turn 2, and that'll be an error as it goes into the bench, into the dugout. So Grafin forced for the first out of the inning on a 4-6 putout. And then Marrera aboard, and then he goes to second on the wild throw. So runner in scoring position, and that will be it for Brandon Hickey. So a new pitcher coming into the game for Robert Morris. We'll take a break, tell you about the new man on the bump after we take a timeout. Bottom 8, tension building. It's 2-0 Robert Morris. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So junior right-hander Tom Yeager is on for Robert Morris as we play here with 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning in a game that is led by Robert Morris 2-0. Yeager this year 5-3 with a 3.05 ERA. 16 previous appearances, 10 as a starter. He has 2 complete games. 56 innings, 56 hits, 31 runs, 19 earned, 19 walks, 48 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .263 against him. First man he will be facing will be Matt Kozlak, the Roosevelt shortstop. Kozlak has a double, a single, and he's fly to left field. Represents the tying run. Kozlak does have 2 home runs this season. Here's the first pitch from Yeager, and he misses outside, and it's 1-0. So Brandon Hickey goes 7+ 7 1/3. He's responsible for the man at second base. Next pitch, swung on and skied into the air. Left side, foul territory, and it will be out of play. Pissarro at third, and the catcher, Fox, went after it. But it's 1-1 now to Matt Kozlak. He'll be followed by Parker Coleman and then Zach Taylor. 1 o'clock game today. St. Francis against Trinity Christian. Winner of that game plays the winner of this game in a 4 o'clock elimination game. The winner of that will get to the losers bracket final, if you will. There's a pitch that'll come in on the inner half for a called strike. Winner of the 4 p.m. game today plays tomorrow at 4 p.m. for the right to get to the final round of the tournament. And here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 on a 1-2 offering. Yeager gets Kozlak to fan. And that's out number 2, and that brings to the plate Parker Coleman.
The center fielder, Parker Coleman.
Coleman this morning, and now into the early afternoon, is 0 for 2 with a walk. He struck out swinging last time in the 6th inning. So Yeager trying to strand that man at second base. Getting into the heart of the order here, though, for Roosevelt. First pitch to Coleman, and that'll be upstairs, and it's 1-0. Coleman out of the box, now back in. Here's the set. And the 1-0 from Yeager. Good movement on that one as it came in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Came in toward the inner half and veered toward the outer edge. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Coleman. Zach Taylor awaiting on deck, hoping to hit. Matt Marrera aboard at second base. And the pitch. Missing outside. That goes to 2-1. Error charged on that fielder's choice play when Marrera was batting. So each team now has been charged with an error. That's 81 now for Robert Morris this year. Here's the set and the pitch. High and away, and that makes it 2-1. So 81 errors divided now into almost 48 games. As there's a swing and a foul tip. And that makes it 3-2 now. That's an average of 1.68 errors per game. And having followed Robert Morris all year long, I can tell you that some of those errors have cost them ball games. They were very costly when they made a trip to Florida to play in the Russman Invitational in early March. They went 2-4 on that trip. They could have very well have gone 4-2. There's a swing and a foul to the right out of play. And so it stays now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Robert Morris. No runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for Roosevelt. Coleman battling here with Yeager. Coleman out of the box. Takes a deep breath and exhales. Now back in. Now time called. Still action in, now both bullpens. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, runner at second base. 2-0, Robert Morris the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Roosevelt beginning to run out of outs. They've not begun to run out of outs. They are running out of outs as the next pitch low and away, ball 4. So a walk here, and that puts the tying run on base and brings up the cleanup hitter, Zach Taylor, the left fielder.
Zach Taylor.
So a little trouble here for Tom Yeager. Could not make the pitch he wanted. And now Taylor, ball in the gap, would tie the game. And Taylor this year has homered twice. One over the wall would put Roosevelt in front. There's a pitch that'll tail toward the outside corner, called strike, and it's 0-1. Taylor a walk, a line out, and a strikeout in the ball game here today. Yeager comes set after he looks in for the sign. And the 0-1. Swinging a foul back. And that makes it no balls and 2 strikes. Looking ahead in the Robert Morris 9th inning, top of the order coming up. Kinnair, Kemp, and Broccolino to up for the Robert Morris Eagles, who lead it 2-0 over the Roosevelt Lakers. Bottom of the 8th inning, Roosevelt now down to their final 4 outs. It's an elimination game, so the tournament and the seasons for these two teams on the line. Here comes the 0-2, up high, and that makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. The designated hitter, Jordan Coakley, would be next. 2 on, 2 out. 1-2 here to the hitter, Zach Taylor, in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the set by Yeager, and the pitch. And that'll be strike 3 called on the inside corner. Taylor began to swing, held up, and it caught the edge of the inside corner. And that'll end the inning. So in the frame, no runs for Roosevelt. On a hit, no errors, 2 left on base. We go to the 9th, and it stays Robert Morris 2, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Roosevelt, right-hander, number 23, Matt Garbaz. At the plate for Robert Morris, the center fielder, Adam Kinnear.
We move to the 9th inning here, and Matt Garbaz, a right-hander, now on to pitch here for the Roosevelt Lakers. And he misses on the first pitch, the leadoff hitter in the 9th inning, Adam Kinnair for Robert Morris, who then takes a strike on the inner half. So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Kinnair. Matt Garbaz, one of the starting rotation here for Roosevelt, in to keep the game close. 3-4 with a 4.81 ERA this year. As there's a ball high and tight, and it's 2-1. Garbaz, 11 appearances, all as a starter. 4 complete games this year. He's pitched well, 67 in the 3rd innings. Swinging a line drive past a diving Grafin into the left field for a base hit. Solid single there for Kinnair to start off the Robert Morris 9th inning. And that'll bring up Ricky Kemp. Garbaz this year, 67 in the 3rd, 76 hits, 47 runs, 36 earned. Walked 31, struck out 42. Opponents hitting .286 against him. And now Ricky Kemp to the plate. That single by Kinnair, his 2nd of the game. An insurance run on base now for Robert Morris. Runner going, swinging a foul back. And it's 0-1. Oh, the runner had a good jump there. I think that he would have had that base stolen had Kemp not made contact, but he's behind an 0-1. Kemp in the ball game has a strikeout, a fielder's choice, a ground out, and a fly out to center field. We play in the ninth inning, 2-0 Robert Morris the lead in this elimination ball game. Right now, Kemp squares the bat to bunt, and he'll lay it down. Pushes it up the third base line. And no play available here. Charging was Grafin, and then Hutchinson, the catcher, decided to go for it. Tried to spin as he barehanded the ball and dropped it. Never got a firm grip on it. And so everybody's safe. And 2 aboard here to begin the Robert Morris ninth. And that'll bring up Chris Broccolino. Broccolino is 2 for 4 in the game. Popped out to Grafin at third his last time up. Infield in everywhere but shortstop now for Roosevelt. Looked like they had almost a version of the wheel play on there as the bunt attempt by Broccolino pulled back, and it'll be 1-0 here to Broccolino. Broccolino singled as well in the 6th inning, and in the doubled in the first, had a fielder's choice in the 3rd before the pop out his last time up. Bunts the ball here. Goes halfway to the mound. Picked up there by Garbaz. He throws to first in time for the out. That'll be a 1-4 put out. And the runners advance. Successful sacrifice there for Broccolino. Canair to third. Kemp to second. And now 2 chances here. The first will go to Todd Succi for Robert Morris. A base hit could potentially double their lead and really almost put the game out of reach. Succi has gone 2 for 4 today. He singled his last 2 times at the plate. Here's the set by Garbaz. And the pitch. Low and outside. And it is 1-0. Again, the infield playing everywhere except Kozlak at short. They're all playing in. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Low and outside. Got away from Hutchinson. He quickly recovered as Succi put the stop sign up there for Canair at third base. 2 balls and no strikes to Todd Succi, and now he's going to be intentionally walked to load the bases with 1 away. Here's David Duggar. That does set up a force in any base and a potential double play here for Roosevelt. All right, Duggar will have a little chat now with Robert Morris head coach and third base coach Jason Becker. Winner of this game moves on to play in the 4 p.m. game today. The loser will call it a season here on the 6th day of May. All right, the conversation with Duggar is over. And Duggar back into the batter's box now. Duggar grounded to the third baseman his last time up. He's 1 for 4 in the ball game. First pitch to him, and it gets away from the catcher. Runner coming in from third. It didn't go far from the plate, but the throw is too late from Hutchinson to the pitcher, and a run comes in to score on a wild pitch. Canair scores, and that makes it 3-0. Robert Morris is on the plate. Kemp goes to third, and Succi to second. So Roosevelt kind of handing Robert Morris an insurance run there. And it's a 3-0 game. And now Coach Markey out here to look at his catcher Hutchinson. Not sure if maybe he tweaks something there. Plays a little catch with the pitcher Garbaz. And it looks like now Hutchinson will get back in behind the plate. So it's now a 3-0 game, and Duggar can really deliver a dagger here with runners at second and third. And the pitch, high and inside. That runs it now to 2-0. Duggar grounded the pitcher back in the 2nd inning, singled in the 4th, hit into a fielder's choice in the 5th, and then grounded out to Grafin at third, his last time to the plate back in the 7th inning. Here's the set by Garbaz. Infield in all around. The pitch to Duggar. Strike on the inside corner, and it's 2-1. Diego Rincon next. And then Connor McLean. Runners at second and third, one away, and a run in for Robert Morris. All right, now Jason Becker will come in. And we're going to have a change as far as the base runner at third goes. It'll be Ty Castillo coming into the game now for Robert Morris. And he will run for Ricky Kemp.
Number 7, Ty Castillo.
All right, so Duggar back into the batter's box now. And he has a 2-1 count to deal with. Here's the pitch from Garbaz. Low and away, and a good stop there behind the plate by Hutchinson, who stretched out to the max there. That, for the moment, saves another run. But it runs the count to Duggar now to 3-1. And Matt Garbaz in danger of loading the bases again here in the top of the ninth inning. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the kick and the pitch. That jammed him, and Duggar fights it off and fouls it back to the right out of play. Hits the facing of the second deck here. It's kind of a quote-unquote second deck. It's 3 rows of seats in front of the sky boxes here. As it's 3-2. Those are great seats. Sat out there and watched a ball game earlier on in the tournament from that part of the ball yard, and great view here from the press box here at Route 66 Stadium. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count, and the pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. Duggar draws the walk, and that loads the bases again and brings up the left fielder Diego Rincon.
The left fielder, Diego Rincon.
This will be Rincon's 5th at bat of the game. He's so far 0 for 4 in the contest. Flied to center field his last time up. He's flied out twice and grounded out twice to Connor Grafin at third. And again, the Lakers bring the infield in all around. Bit of a desperate situation here now for Roosevelt. They trail 3-0, and Robert Morris trying to drive a stake through their hearts as there's a strike called. And it's 0-1 here to Rincon. Here's the set, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Garbaz. He pulled the string on it there, and Rincon had a little power behind that cut, but he came up empty, and he's behind at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The set. And the pitch. High and tight. That runs into 1-2. Garbaz could certainly use a strikeout here. Bases loaded, 1 away, 1 in. Robert Morris the lead, 3-0 here in the top of the ninth inning. The set. And the 1-2. In the dirt, good stop again by Hutchinson behind the plate. That makes it 2-2. A run coming in earlier on in the frame on a wild pitch. That brought in Adam Kinnair. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the right-handed hitting Diego Rincon. And the pitch. Swinging a line drive, base hit to right center field. At least one will score. Second runner being waved around to the plate. And Robert Morris increases their lead now to 5-0 on a 2-run single by Diego Rincon. Got a good pitch to hit, and he delivered. Castillo and Succi come in to score. David Duggar goes to third, and Coach Markey out now for Roosevelt. So Robert Morris adding insurance here, padding their lead, and that'll be it for Matt Garbaz. New pitcher coming into the game. We'll pause, take a timeout, come back to tell you about that as we take a break. Robert Morris opening up a 5-0 lead here in the ninth. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. New pitcher on now for the Roosevelt Lakers, Matt Donahue. 3-1 with a 3.79 ERA. Opponents hitting .281 against him, as the first man that will be facing will be Connor McLean, as Robert Morris has broken this game open here in the ninth. McLean flares one to the right side. That'll fall foul behind the first base coach's box. So it's 0-1 now to McLean. So 3 across here for the Robert Morris Eagles, and they lead at 5-0. Looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth inning for Roosevelt. Coakley, Lonato, and Hutchinson due up. Next pitch, a fastball upstairs. 1-1 to McLean. McLean is 1 for 4 today. Had a single in the second. Since then, a pop out in the fourth, a pop out in the sixth, and a line out back in the 8th inning. Here's the 1-1. And that's a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Connor McLean. Donahue was one of the 6 pitchers used by Roosevelt in the Saturday win over St. Ambrose. Swinging a high fly ball, pulled foul down the left field line. Donahue went an inning and a third in that game. Allowed 2 hits, and he walked 1 and struck out 1. He faced 8 batters. 3 of the 6 pitchers faced 8 men. That's an interesting stat. Swinging a 1-hopper to short. To second for 1. Relay. Not in time, and a run will score. Close play at first base. McLean hustling down the line. Able to get another run in as Duggar came in from third. Rincon forced at second. Boy, that was nearly a nicely turned 6-4-3. Kozlak went to Marrera, but the relay just too late.
Third baseman, Jacob Pissarro.
And that'll bring up now Jacob Pissarro, who is back in after being pinch hit for by Connor McNamara back in the 8th innings. Pissarro this afternoon is 0 for 2 with a walk. So it's a 6-0 ball game now, as there's a swing and a miss. And it's 0-1 to Pissarro. So a crooked number here in the 9th inning for Robert Morris. And they have broken it open. Leading it by 6. Pissarro just now getting back into the box. High pop-up, and that'll be out of play. I think it landed over our heads, and 0-2 now to Pissarro. So Garbaz coming in and not able to shut the door here, and then Donahue coming in and allowing another run. Although he got what he wanted, he induced what I think a lot of people, there's a foul ball to the right out of play. He induced what a lot of people thought would be and it was a great chance at a double play. But good hustle down the line by Connor McLean there. And it got a run in. Here's another 0-2 coming in now to Pissarro. And he swings and bounces it over the left edge of the mound to shortstop. Charging Kozlak, throws on the run. Good throw to first base. And that'll end the inning. But Robert Morris with 4 to move into the driver's seat in this game. In the inning, 4 runs. And it looks like 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. Last chance for Roosevelt. They need 6 to tie, 7 to win. It is Robert Morris 6, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Here we go to the bottom of the ninth inning now. Robert Morris 3 outs away from advancing to today's 4 p.m. elimination game. First batter to hit for Roosevelt in the bottom of the ninth, Jordan Coakley, and the DH swings and fouls it back. And so he is behind at 0-1. Coakley, Lonato, and Hutchinson due up. Coakley is 1 for 3. Had a single in the fourth that is surrounded by a strikeout in the first in the scorebook and a strikeout in the fourth. Here's the 0-1. That'll be low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tom Yeager trying to finish it off here for Robert Morris and send them to a second game here on this Monday. Elimination Monday. As the next pitch, swinging a soft one hopper to Broccolino at second, lobs it to first, and there's 1 away in the inning. So 1 up and 1 down for Roosevelt here in the bottom of the ninth inning. And that brings up Leo Lonato. Lonato is 0 for 3. Roosevelt had their chance in the first, loading the bases with 1 out, did not score. Now Jason Becker looks like coming out here, and we'll have a new pitcher coming into the game. So Yeager will not be the man to close it out here for Robert Morris. We'll tell you about the new man on the mound after we take a break. Bottom 9, 6-0, Robert Morris the lead. Take a break and return. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Frank Morales, the new pitcher now here for Robert Morris. Morales is a 6'1 junior from Maracaibo, Venezuela. One of 2 Venezuelan players on the Robert Morris roster. The other is Diego Rincon. And so the first batter faced by the new pitcher Morales will be Leo Lonato. Grounds the ball to the left side to shortstop. Kemp throws. Low throw dug out there nicely by Suchi on a backhand pick on 1 hop. And that's the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 9th. And Jake Hutchinson, the last hope here for the Roosevelt Lakers.
Now batting the catcher, Jake Hutchinson.
Well, Robert Morris really taking the wind out of the sails, taking the tension away after this game was tight going into the 9th. There was a 2-0 ball game. First pitch here to Hutchinson, in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Hutchinson has grounded out 3 times in the game today. Twice to third, and then the last time up he grounded out to the shortstop, Ricky Kemp. Next pitch, swing and a miss. And Roosevelt down to their final strike. Roosevelt would finish 14-28 on the year. As Robert Morris, there's the pitch that'll bounce to the backstop way outside. Robert Morris would improve to 30-18. That pitch was beyond the right edge of the opposite hitting batter's box and skipped to the backstop. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hutchinson. Joey Fox would be next if the inning continues. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3 to ball out of the zone, drop third. Fox applies the tag to Hutchinson, and this game comes to an end. And Robert Morris University's Eagles extend their season by 1 more game as they move on to the 4 o'clock game here this afternoon. They will meet the winner of the next game coming up between St. Francis and Trinity Christian. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left for Roosevelt. And your final totals in the ball game today for Robert Morris: 6 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. And no runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for the Roosevelt Lakers. So Robert Morris picks up their 30th win of the year, and they move on. And they will play at 4 o'clock this afternoon against an opponent to be determined. That is the second shutout, by the way, in the tournament. The last one was on day 1 when Olivet Nazarene blanked St. Ambrose 3-0. So we'll be back right around the 1 o'clock hour. Terry Bonadonna will be here to call that game for you. I'll be back with you at 4 for the final 2 games of the day. Opening game of the day in the books. Your final again, Robert Morris 6, Roosevelt 0. Our thanks to Luke Tanaka on stats. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. 6-0, Robert Morris wins. We'll see you later in the day. Until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thanks for tuning in. And for now, from Route 66 Stadium in Joliet, Illinois, we wish you all a very pleasant good afternoon.